Hello, we have 2 years of Jeff. Probably 2 years about the average. I keep a lot of cars. I'd say, yeah, it's probably my average. However, I feel like we've hardly started with Jeff. Um, Partly because there's a lot of things I want to do. Partly because being, a car we spent 225 quid on and it's old, 25 years now, it's got issues and they keep appearing here and there. So, with our very limited budget, it takes a while to get stuff done. So I will show you my two main issues right now, and we'll go from there. This is pretty obvious. Goes into first. That's first. Goes into second. Comes out of second. Goes into third. Comes out of fourth. Everything else is fine. So the question there is it gear linkage issue or is it a synchromesh issue? This came out, I think we'd been away for a bit. We'd had the car parked nose up on a drive. So we're facing downhill at the minute, but normally it'd be parked nose up, and it was parked, I think, in first. And after a couple of weeks, essentially, he didn't want to stay in second or fourth. It's slightly better, but I don't know if anyone's got any suggestions other than rebuilding a gearbox. And if that's the answer, then that's what I have to do. That is problem number one. The car is drivable and driving. It's just not particularly good. Problem number two is a bit less visual. It's just running really rich. I showed, I think last time, I had the petrol tank and checking the level on that to see if it was just drinking it through. It's not crazy in terms of what it's drinking, but it's certainly, you can smell it. It's very sooty on the exhaust. And again, with limited budget, I don't really want to spend time taking everything out and replacing it all. It might just be the wonderful single injector in there. It could be something else, I don't know. So I might have to try and find someone to get some advice on this one, because like I say, while I've no doubt that a lot of bits could do with replacing after being on the car for 25 years, I can't really afford to do them all at once. So I would say 2 years into Jeff, probably around £700 spent or something all in from buying the car, everything else, MOTs and stuff like that. It's a pretty cheaply done car so far, can't complain. Don't plan on getting rid of him anytime soon. I realise we've probably not had an exterior shot of Jeff for most of a year at least. Here he is, looking fairly clean, fairly tidy. The other smaller issue is I've got a bleed nipple on one of the front brakes has snapped off, so it's a bit hard, but it really could do with a proper bleed, so I'm going to have to figure out that one as well. But there we go, update for you, hopefully not too long. And I think, like I say, I'm going to get some advice on a couple of these things, just so I'm not spending money trying to fix things that don't need fixing.